This is some pack bait from the last time I went fishing, probably 4 or 5 days ago. It's just been sitting in the fridge. And oats and sweet feed and corn. Yeah, it kind of smells like vanilla. Must have been vanilla, but it's kind of dried out and crumbly. Doesn't really stick together much. But I'm not going to throw it away. I don't need to throw it away. I can bring this back to life. I'm just going to add a scoop of new oats. It's probably about 2 cups there. 2 cup scoop. Grab a can of cream corn. And goes the cream corn. And that's it. That should mix up nicely and should be reusable here in about 10 minutes or so after those new dry oats absorb that cream corn and mix with the rest of the stuff. And that can marinate while I drive to the fishing spot. Let's go fishing. Let's see how this revived bait is doing. Yeah, very nice. Guess I forgot to show you me putting the hook baits on. These are almond tiger nuts. Almond tiger nuts. And they are super duper slimy. Carp love that. Good stuff. That slime is just our starches that are in the tiger nuts that get excreted out as they age. I know a lot of people theorize about what that is, and I've heard people say that it's sugar. And I actually did some searching, and I found an actual research paper that somebody did on the starches in chufa seeds, because I guess, you know, humans kind of consume these too. It's kind of a snack food, or people make what do they call it, tiger nut milk out of them or something. But anyway, that slime is starch, but like use cornstarch to like thicken up a gravy or something like that. It's just starch. Yeah, the wind is howling at like 40 miles an hour. I think that's probably about 300 kilometers an hour. And yeah, this is really the only place to fish here today. I'm hiding behind a cut bank back behind the camera there. The water's calm right here in front of me, and then it's white caps out in the middle and across the lake. I know some parts of the world have rainy season. They call it rainy season, and it seems like around here in spring it's windy season. It's just always windy. Windy, windy, windy every day. Boom. 5-6 feet of water there. And speaking of water, the water here is way up. It's way up everywhere around here. Our drought conditions are gone. We got tons of rain this spring. I used to be able to walk about 10 feet out before the water's edge. But now the water is all the way up to the high water mark here. It's going to be a different fishing season this year. A lot of the places that I've been fishing the last 3-4 years during a drought are underwater, so I'm going to have to find some new fishing spots this year. My thermometer is still out of commission. I'm waiting for another one to arrive, but my hand thermometer says I think we're getting close to 60. It's got to be getting close to 60. It's the first week of May. Today I had to resist the urge to go to the big lake today, because I don't know. I've been to the big lakes twice already this year. Skunked both times. I'm always jumping the gun in the springtime, just anxious to fish the big lakes. But water's warmer here in the small ponds this early in the year, so resisted the urge to go to the big lake here at a small lake. Hopefully I'll get rewarded with some fish. Got something happening here. Fish on. I think I've got a catfish. Not in the mood to be dealing with baby catfish today. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come. Honestly, I'd rather just sit here and read rather than catching a bunch of little catfish. I'm just not in the mood for them today. Sometimes I am though, I'm just not today. Nice. See ya. got a drop back bite. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's hard to hear anything with this wind so loud. Looks like there's rain clouds coming too. Oh, double, double, double. That looks like a catfish bite. I'm gonna leave that one alone. This feels like it's a carp. Actually, I have some decent water depth here to land this fish, so this is a cool fish. Golden color. All right. Yeah, I definitely have a fish. Yeah, I definitely have a fish on that other line. Oh, he's pulling drag, whatever it is. It might be. I thought it looked like catfish, but we'll see here in a second. Look at this tiny little fish. I mean, skinny little fish. I'm glad to have him though. It's been about a half an hour. This is the first carp bite. I got drag peeling behind me. This guy needs to go back. Yeah, a little guy in dark bronze color. Cool. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a catfish. All right. Just a bigger catfish. Belly full of pack bait, no doubt. All right. Yeah. Sometimes all you got to do to get a bite, it's been a while, and I was getting bored of the book I was reading, so I decided to watch a YouTube video of a guy catching carp. And sometimes that's all you need to do. And this is absolutely not a catfish. I can just tell by the way it's fighting. Just always constantly checking that drag, especially when they get close. I like to loosen it up a little bit when they get real close. Yeah, that's a bigger fish than the last one. It's no 30-pounder, but it's a good fish. There he is. Yeah, come on in here. Oh, I couldn't get to the net in time. All right. Thank you. There it is. Picture perfect, actually, right in the bottom lip, just like all the experts say it's supposed to work. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger fish. He's wanting to curl up for some reason. 6-7 pounds I'd give this one, I suppose. The wind's really howling. I hope you can hear me, but I'm happy. 2 fish on the bank. Back he goes. Curly fish. All right, Curly. Get out of here. See ya. Well, it's only 4:30, but it's getting dark. There's a storm coming. It's gonna pour here pretty soon. I'm getting out here. To be continued. Oh, it looks like some careless assholes were just here recently. This is why people growl when they see fishermen walking down the bank. These slobs are giving the rest of us a bad name. It's a couple days later. It rained so hard right after I was fishing that afternoon. We got like 2 inches of rain. I didn't even bother fishing the next day because I think that just shut the fish down. As you can see, I'm going to fish with some boilies today. A combination of boilies and spicy tiger nuts. These are my homemade boilies. I have several videos where I make homemade boilies. If you're interested in seeing how I do it, feel free to go check those out after you're done watching this video. There's links in the description too. You got some shriveled tiger nuts still on there from the other day. That noise is a frog. Tiny, tiny frog makes that loud noise. Where's he at? Little leopard frog. Where'd he go? He's hiding in plain sight. Pack bait today is a spicy mix of oats and sweet feed and a can of whole kernel corn and chili powder, and it is too dry. I made it a couple hours ago at home. Way too dry. I need some water. Just a couple, 3 little handfuls of water. Give that a mix up. Just wait a minute or two. I didn't bring any extra dry ingredients with me here today, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of water at a time until it gets just right. I don't want to accidentally add too much water and make soup. That was pretty much an immediate improvement. So yeah, my hands are already dirty. Might as well just go ahead and bait up. Yeah, my main purpose of fooling around with boilies this season is because I want to catch more grass carp and bigmouth buffalo. And I think this is a bait that they are more likely to eat. It's just a little bit bigger, comes up at the bottom a little bit better. They have different mouths than a common carp. And actually, the biggest grass carp I've ever caught, 38-pound grass carp, was caught on a boilie. It wasn't one like this though. It was just a little chunk of boiled biscuit dough, like the biscuits in a can, you know. I tried that a few times. It doesn't work very good. But the fish do like it, but it's got some kind of weird preservatives, or I don't know if it's lard or whatever it is. When you boil it, it just makes a really gross looking result. It doesn't stay on the hook or on the hair very good at all. But yeah, boilies. Of course you're over here. Of course I've caught grass carp on tiger nuts too. I mean, I'm not a big believer that any particular bait makes a huge difference. Shallow water over there, 2-3 feet along the fishing this corner of this little lake here. About same there, maybe about 3 feet there, a little bit deeper. So I've got boilie, tiger nut, boilie. 2 boilies, 1 tiger nut. My hand test says probably 60. We'll see. Yeah, 62. Okay. There's a 50% chance of rain pretty much all day today. It's about noon right now, and as you can see, it's cloudy. There's rainy looking clouds everywhere I look. So who knows how long I'm going to get to fish. Time will tell. There's something happening here. Yep, fish on. I wonder what I got. It's not fighting back at all. I guess it could be a turtle. I've been getting little nibbles and stuff on this one for a while, and still can't tell. No, it's a little carp. It is a little carp. No fight in this fish at all. I wonder what's up with that. Okay. Yeah, a little carp. It's only been like 10 minutes. I thought I was going to be getting pestered to death by bluegills or sunfish and stuff, but very nice. Back in the water. There you go. See you later. That was a super subtle bite, and that was on a boilie. Of course, the boilie needs to be replaced. It got flung off. not as durable as a tiger nut. Okay, got another drop back bite here. Yep, fish on. Drop back bite, line went slack and the fish was swimming to shore. This fish is just swimming in to me right now. Another little guy from the shallows. I know there's bigger fish in here. Super dink. Look at him. 13, 14 inch carp. Tiny. See ya. And that was another fish on the same rod with the same bait, a boilie. And of course the boilie needs to be replaced again. And I suppose if I'm going to be disturbing the water, casting this back out, I'll just, it's been about 45 minutes, I'll just rebait these other ones too. Load up the swim with some more pack bait, I guess. Fish on again. I think it's been about a half an hour. I casted these baits out a little farther into a little bit deeper water. I've been seeing a few larger fish than what I've been catching surfacing out there, more in the middle really, and so I put my baits out a little farther. Just another tiny fish. 14, 15, I don't know, little fish. And here I am talking about how boilies get flung off real easy. That one was on tiger nuts, and those got flung off. So, okay. Another drop back bite here. Yeah, there's a fish on here. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the last teeny tiny fish that I show you. If I keep catching these, I'm probably just not going to turn the camera on, but if you see me again, that means something more interesting happened. Welcome back to another fishing adventure. I keep getting ran off by thunderstorms lately. I think this is like the last 2 or 3 times. I only get a little bit of fishing done, and then a thunderstorm comes in and chases me away. Trying again today. Baits and rigs are the same as what I've been doing the last couple times. We got spicy sriracha tiger nuts and some boilies, and just kind of do I don't know, like 2 with boilies and 1 with tiger nuts to start out. I think we had heavy rain last night and hail, and it was a pretty severe storm. I don't know how much rain we got, but any low-lying areas right now are full of water, flooded. Lake's really high. I've seen a couple of carp rise and splash since I've been getting ready here, so that's a good sign. That's got me psyched up. Decided it's time to come back to the big lake and give it a shot. I think the water might be warm enough. I'll measure it in a few minutes here. Colder than the little pond I was at yesterday. I bet it's in the upper 50s. This bait needs just a little bit of rejuvenation. A couple handfuls of water will bring it right back to life. It's a little too crumbly. Today I'm fishing with these brand new Daiwa M-Cast reels that I got over the winter. Never used them. It's the first time using them. Don't really have anything to say about them. I expect them to just work and last a long time, just like my previous my other Daiwa reels. They just work. I don't have to think about it. They just work all the time. There's the rig, 99% rig. Again, boilies and tiger nuts on the other one. It's about 11 a.m. The forecast said mostly cloudy. Got a little bit of sun peeking through right now. I'm sure the clouds will come back shortly. But yeah, I'm gonna be here. I don't know. I'll be here until I'm not. Probably about 3 feet of water here. This is a really shallow bay that I'm fishing here. Should be some of the warmest water in the lake. Yeah, link is in the description if you want to check out some of these reels for yourself. Link is in the description. Yeah, right around 60. Good deal. I'm gonna just try and wave my net. Maybe this guy will see it. He's looking the opposite way. He's looking backwards at the back of his boat. He's not watching where he's going. Hey! That got his attention. Thank you. That's how those things should go. He wasn't paying attention, so I did a little holler. He looked. As soon as he saw, he turned, and you probably didn't hear it, but he hollered, "Thanks for letting me know." Yeah. Well, I think 5 hours here today is enough. You know, there's probably another 3 or 4 hours until dark, and I could sit here too and do that. But yeah, they're just not biting, not active feeding today. The only thing I can come up with is the heavy rain last night dumped enough water and chilled the water just enough to turn off the appetite. That's the only thing I got. I'll try again tomorrow. You know, yesterday when I was unpacking my stuff, it dawned on me probably why I got skunked yesterday, and that is the new gear curse. I'm sure many of you might be familiar with that. Whenever you get some new gear, new fishing rod, new fishing reel, something like that. Well, yeah, yesterday was my first time fishing with these new Daiwa reels, so yeah, I guess you have to endure the curse before you can catch a fish. Hopefully that curse is off, and I'm gonna catch some fish today. Same spot, same bait, same everything. I'm sure that this is the place to be this time of year. Just trying to find that little window of time between when they start to go on the feed after winter, you know, when the water gets to be about 60, and spawn when the water gets to be about 70. Just that little window of time there can be pretty good in the spring, but it's hard to, in my experience, it's hard to find. Hard to know when that time is. It changes every year. It's Friday, so I gotta be especially wary of boats. I know a lot of people like to take day off work on Friday so they can get out, because yeah, it's gonna be less crowded than Saturdays, but generally I don't fish on Fridays or Saturdays. But thanks Alex motorcycle. That sounds nice. Yeah, that guy saw me. He's at least looks where he's going. He saw me. He's just on the borderline of being a little too close. He's trolling something with a planer board. Said he's fishing for walleyes. I could easily cast over his boat if I was fishing with my bigger rods. I'm not out that far. I'm only about 40 yards out, and he's probably about 75 yards out. So I don't think there's going to be any snagging happening, thank goodness. But yeah, I gotta watch out for boats today. You know, I can see why a lot of people get frustrated and give up on fishing, because when you put in a lot of time and effort into something and then you don't get a reward, that can be very frustrating. And you know, I'm kind of reaching that point with this little streak that I'm on here, and anymore what happens next is not much about fishing or technique or skill or anything like that. You know, going forward, it's going to be more about persistence than anything. Well, I came here to do some carp fishing, but it appears the spawn is on. So I spent this morning at a big shallow lake, and I measured the water temperature when I got there, and it was like 64 degrees. So I thought, you know, the spawn probably wasn't happening yet. At least that's what I thought. But apparently 64 is good enough for the fish at that lake, because after about an hour of fishing there, I kind of got up, started looking around, put on my polarized glasses, and sure enough, spawn was going on. There were carp erratically swimming back and forth, chasing each other around all along the shoreline. They weren't going up onto the banks like they do sometimes. Sometimes it's real obvious. They're splashing, and the water's high enough, so they were just staying under the water, but they were zooming around. So I immediately just picked up my stuff and quit fishing. But I spent the next about an hour and a half going around to different places on the lake trying to get some video footage of spawning carp, and it just wasn't happening. The water is too murky, and all I could see was just dark spots zooming around, and I knew those were carp. It's really nothing to see, so didn't get any video of that. But I'm going to spend the afternoon at this much smaller pond, and it's quite a bit deeper though, and I'll measure the water temperature in a bit, but I'm certain that the water is cooler here. Spawn hasn't started yet. I saw some carp. I spent about 20 minutes walking around here right when I got here, just to make sure they weren't spawning here too. And I saw some cruising carp. They were not swimming erratically or anything. They were just cruising real slow. just like carp do. They weren't spawning yet, so that's good. I'm gonna spend the whole afternoon here, maybe till dark, maybe after dark. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it's time to break in these new reels and bust that curse. Yeah, about 67, so getting close, but I don't think they're spawning yet. I was just making some more pack bait and I had earplugs in and I have a fish on. I had to hurry up and wash my hands because I'm just covered in chili bean pack bait that I was making. I was mixing it up. This is a good fish. This new reel is singing. That new reel is singing. I'm going to tighten that up just a little bit. This fish swam across both of my other lines and is now way off to my left. Oh, there he is right there. There he is. He's right there. Oh, now he's going this way. And that fish was getting away from me and I went down there to get him and then he turned. It's like he saw me do it. He turned around and went the opposite direction. He's right here in front of me now. It's a good fish. Dust cloud here in front of me. Got him. Got him. And of course, got himself unhooked in the net. Nice, nice. I suppose I'll get a weight on this fish. About 16 in the net. Yeah, there's 16 in the net, so I can call this about a 15-pound fish. It's a beauty of a fish too. Big belly. There might be some eggs in there. I don't know. I don't think they've spawned yet. I don't know if this is a male or a female. I think this might be a female, but curse broken. Is the happy music playing right now? It should be. Curse broken on the new reels. Sounded good. The reel sounded real good hearing that drag getting pulled. Big fish to start it off. Yes! Back in the water. This fish was only out for probably 90 seconds at the most. Yeah, see you later. Thank you. Well, I was in the middle of making this batch of pack bait when that fish hit. This is oats and chili beans. Spicy chili beans, and then I added some extra chili powder too, and there's some corn in there. That was the previous batch of pack bait. I just dumped the leftovers in with there, but yeah, I'm gonna go with some chili beans and corn. It's good stuff. The hook bait is just a couple of tiger nuts on the hair, my usual. I do have one of the rigs out there has a pop-up hook bait, which is it's just a tiger nut and a piece of cork, and it's just popped up about an inch or two, so we'll see if I can get a fish on that. I'm going to be trying that a little more this year, just putting one of my rigs as a pop-up and see if there's any noticeable difference or anything. I don't know. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been here about 2 hours. That fish came in the shallowest area that I casted over there, probably in about 2 or 3 feet of water, way down this way. That's why I wear earplugs when I fish here, because it's just so noisy. There's a busy highway about 100 yards that way, and it's just so loud. I cannot fish here if I don't have earplugs. It just, after about an hour or two, it just like starts making my brain feel like it's going to explode. go again, same rod as before. Ooh, something's going on here. This fish this line is getting dragged across something. For sure, the line is rubbing on something. This fish was way over there and he swam this way, and now the line is stuck on something. I suppose there's a tree out there somewhere. Well, guess I'm just gonna sit here and wait a couple of minutes and just let out some slack here and maybe let that fish maybe work itself out a little bit here. I think it's still on there. Oh. Yes. Okay. That's probably enough. When the fish pulls drag, I can feel it on the line. I can feel the line rubbing. The line is rubbing. I'm sure it's wrapped around the log. There's really not much I can do. I mean, I can't go walk down the bank in that direction because it's a bunch of trees. I don't really want to let them take more line like it did before, because it took a bunch of line, but now I can't get any of it back. Well, it's been about 10 minutes. I've just been letting it sit, and it has been pulling a little bit of it. Just, I'll do that every a couple minutes or something. I think the fish is still on there, but I don't think it's gonna work itself loose here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull, and either my line's gonna break or the log that it's wrapped around is gonna break. Hopefully the log breaks. Sometimes I get lucky and that happens. Well, I just walked for like 25 feet back behind there, and I'm getting my line back. It's coming back slowly. I can feel it rubbing. Yeah, I keep getting more line back. Okay. I'm just hanging onto the spool, preventing line from going out. Okay. That was a blow for freedom there. Something broke loose. Something broke loose, and I think I got my rig. Definitely don't have a fish on anymore though. Well, the hook was definitely caught on something, because the hook is bent badly. Okay. Glad I got the rig back, and I'm glad the fish got away too. Can't talk right now. Okay, the fish was up against the bank down there. Just swam across my other line. No. This fish is trying to get in the bushes, the overhanging bushes right there. Oh. As soon as this fish got hooked, it made a big splash and went right next to the bank down there around the other side of that bush. him here in front of me now. Oh, my heart's pounding. It scared me too. I was looking at something on my phone. It was pretty quiet. It's getting pretty late. I think it's almost 8 o'clock. This is a good fish. Yeah, it's a real good fish. Get in here. Oh. Jump in there. Yeah. Got him. Yeah. Kicking that curse, putting a stamp on that curse. 2 big fish. This one's a little smaller than the first one. I'd say this fish is, I'm not gonna weigh it. I'm just gonna show it to you and put them back. I'm gonna say 12, 13, maybe 14. I don't know. It's a beauty of a fish. Put up a heck of a fight. Made a big splash down there on the bank and almost got me wrapped up in some bushes, but whew, glad to be rid of that curse. I'm gonna call it for today. It's been a long day. Got my 2 fish. Curse is gone. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.